Welcome back, everyone. This is the last video in the 6-part series, and we will briefly look at rebuilding confidence when your life changes, after a major life disruption, or just life, like entering the third act of your life. Let's ask, who are you when the role you've played for 20, 30, 40 years suddenly disappears? What happens to your confidence when the ground beneath your feet suddenly shifts? Whether you're navigating a divorce or facing an unexpected career change, or even an expected career change, dealing with a significant illness, or watching your children leave the nest, major life disruptions do more than change our daily schedules. They fracture our sense of identity. This is also true when we simply enter a different stage of our lives, for example, retirement. When a major transition occurs, we often experience a profound drop in confidence. We look in the mirror and ask, who am I now? And how do I navigate a world that looks completely different from something I've known for the past 30, 40, 50 years? Most of us try to solve this by trying to rebuild our confidence from the top down. We try to force ourselves to feel positive. We use daily affirmations. We try to jump immediately into a new role. But this redesign rarely works because confidence is not just a feeling. Confidence is a result of cognitive alignment. When your life is disrupted, your old rules for access no longer apply, leaving your brain without a map. If your confidence was built on being a corporate executive and you lose your job or you retire, your brain interprets that loss as a threat to your basic confidence. If your identity was tied to being a full-time mother and your children leave the home, your brain interprets the quiet house as a loss of purpose. The drop in confidence isn't caused by the change itself. It's caused by how you interpret the change. If you tell yourself, my job is gone, therefore I am no longer valuable, or my marriage is over, therefore I am a failure, or the children have left the home, therefore I no longer have a purpose, you are writing a story that actively destroys your own self-worth. You're reinterpreting a transition as a devastating ending, rather than a reset. To rebuild your confidence, you have to start at the foundation. How you interpret your capabilities and your worth outside of those external roles. You're not your job. You're not your relationship status. You are a resilient, capable individual who successfully navigated all of those roles and who has the psychological tools to navigate this transition as well. To begin rebuilding that foundation, try this 2-step baseline reset. Step 1. Separate capability from identity. Write down 3 difficult things you successfully managed in your past roles. You can write down 4, 5, 10, 20, as many as you like. Remind yourself, those achievements did not belong to my title. They belong to my mind. I still carry that exact same capability with me today. I don't need the title to remind me about this. Step 2, establish simple daily baselines. Set 3 non-negotiable, manageable goals for yourself every day. For example, 10 minutes of walking, reading 1 book, drinking water. Achieving these simple steps retrains your brain to recognize that you're still competent, you're still consistent, and you're still capable of progress. The stress interpretation reset, which, as I've said, you've heard so much about, is well designed to assist women during major life transitions. It provides a structured psychological framework, diagnostic tools, and daily exercises to help rebuild your confidence from the ground up by changing how you interpret change. As before, the link to enroll in the program is at the end of the videos, before the disclaimer and so on. Please also be aware that under the umbrella of Everyday Empowered Women and Emotional Stabilization, there are various books regarding confidence, plus a few workbooks and an entire series, the Third Act of Life series. You can find them via the links in the slides towards the end of the video. And with this, we have reached the end of the short 6-part series, loosely revolving around questions people ask before they recognize they are stressed. I hope you found them useful, and I'd so appreciate it if you could leave constructive comments to enable me to improve the content of these types of videos and to ensure I am giving you what you need and want from them. Thanks again for watching. Here are the resources. The Paco Straw's Emotional Stability Personal Check-In, which by now you know is non-threatening, non-clinical. It's simply a check-in regarding your stress levels. There's the link for the Tier 1 Stress Interpreter Reset. And I've given you a prompt to access the Third Act series of books, as well as a whole lot of other books on Amazon. And as before, please don't forget, if you have a podcast or a newsletter, you have a coaching practice or a community for women focusing on all sorts of things like resilience, burnout, confidence, emotional well-being, life transitions, I would love to contribute a guest article, an interview, a workshop, or a discussion for your audience. As before, please contact me via the link on the slide. Take a deep breath, and I'll see you in the next series. Bye for now.